And I'm Dad.
And today we are at the Lone Star Flight Museum.
Yep, so we're visiting the Lone Star Flight Museum, just pretty close to NASA actually. And what they have here is a variety of airplanes from all different ages, from different conflicts, and they also have
A NASA Rover.
a NASA Rover, which we're super excited about.
Yep. So make sure to enjoy.
Battery. Entering the Lone Star Flight Museum. All right, so as you come in here, they have the admissions and information where you pay at, and then right now they have the Never Forget exhibit commemorating the 20th anniversary of 9/11. And we're going to go check out a couple of the big hangars first, and then we're going to come back and look at some of the history exhibits, including the 9/11 20th anniversary exhibit. So here's a map of Lone Star Flight Museum. It's broken into two main hangars with some other smaller exhibit areas that we'll go take you all through. So walking into the first hangar, there's a lot of big planes in here. We love World War II history, as a lot of people know who watch our channel. And those of you who are new, you'll learn that about us. So this is really cool. So this is a B-25, which is similar to what they used, or the same as what they used for the bombing raids on Tokyo following the bombing of Pearl Harbor. And there was a group called the Doolittle Raiders that was led by Captain Doolittle. And this was the type of airplane they used for that bombing run. And they actually launched it from an aircraft carrier. Replica of the USS Hornet that launched the Doolittle Raids. And here's actually signatures from surviving members of from some of the Doolittle Tokyo Raider signatures, and I don't know when this was signed, but this is what the USS Hornet looked like. It's a replica of the aircraft carrier getting ready for the Doolittle Raids. And what's really neat is it's right in front of a B-25 airplane that we already saw. It said Doolittle Raiders on the side. So we saw similar replicas like this to aircraft carriers when we visited Pearl Harbor. And there it was, I don't remember what the two, was it the Yorktown and Akagi were the two? We'll have to check on that for you. Or what we'll do is we'll put a link in the upper corner here for our Pearl Harbor video. Here's the other side of the B-25, and here's a replica of what one of the bombs would look like. I'm assuming during the Doolittle Raid, since that's what they're really focused on here. Here, stand next to that bomb, Ray. Let's see how big you are next to it. Yeah, it's a pretty big bomb. What's that?
It's probably around like 2 feet long.
2 feet long, yeah. Standing underneath the wing of the B-25. Here's Ray for scale. So let me see if I can step back. There's Ray for scale on that. Look at that. Can you reach and touch the wing? Nope. Here's the back side of the B-25 with two machine guns. So this would be the tail gunner. And I think that's the job Ray would like, right? You want to be a machine gunner?
That'd be cool.
That would be cool. What's really neat about this is you can actually book flights on this. This is a working aircraft still, and for $400 you can fly in this airplane. And I don't know how far it goes. You'd have to contact the museum to learn more, but really cool that you can fly in this. Ray, would you feel brave enough to fly in one of these old planes?
No, I'm scared of heights.
You are scared of heights, so we wouldn't put you in this front gunner's window, huh?
Operating a gun would be fun.
Oh, the operating gun would be fun. Yeah, that could be. All right, let's keep checking out this museum. So on this side, we've actually jumped forward in time from looking at the B-25 to the F-4 Phantom, which was a popular fighter jet, or a fighter jet I remember seeing a lot when I was growing up in Southern California. And so these were used during the Vietnam War, as well as any other times you can see that it was actually first flown in 1958. Wow. So here's a bit about the B-17 Flying Fortress and the gunners, and here's a replica of what one of those outfits would look like and the gun they would use. Have some of what would look like for the different turret pieces for the B-17 or the B-25, including the tail turret. So you'd sit in this little area and you'd have these 50 calibers there. Pretty neat. So we found a jet airplane called the F-100 Super Sabre. In 1965, one of these F-10 Super Sabres was one of the first airplanes to fight in air-to-air combat during the Vietnam War. So that's pretty neat. It's got a very unique look to it. Maybe it's called the Super Sabre because it's got this I don't know what that thing is. Stay on the front, but the nose is very unique for it. It's got a big nose, broad nose, and that's the F-100 Super Sabre. Served during the Vietnam War. Outside the first, what was that, gallery we went to, Ray? They have a section on the battleship Texas. So they have some memorabilia, including this giant shell. That's huge. And what's this thing? A cannon? A 3-inch gun barrel from the battleship Texas, which was the first U.S. battleship to carry anti-aircraft guns, starting with 2 3-inch guns in 1916. Oh, so this was an anti-aircraft gun. USS Texas, built in 1913. So it saw service in both wars, World War I and World War II. It's pretty neat. And if you come here, they have a video about the USS Texas and some of the history. So from the first gallery, we're going to go over to the next gallery and go check out the planes. And so this side is known as the Heritage Hangar. So this is where we entered at. So if we come before we enter, we first went left and went into the Claire and Robert Waltrip Hangar. And now we're going to head into the Heritage Hangar. A bunch of kind of, I guess, personal planes. Like these are private, like types of planes people would have for their private collections or for flying around. And then they have, check this out, a 1940s attack bomber from 1944, a Douglas Dauntless. And look how it's got guns in the back for protection. But this would be, was used, or a type of plane used during World War II. That's awesome. Let's take a quick pan through this gallery and this hangar. It's huge. You can see the different types of airplanes they have in here. And Ray has her Amelia Earhart jacket on because she was Amelia Earhart for school.
Yeah, we had a school project which was a wax museum, and I was Amelia Earhart, and this is the jacket for it, and I coincidentally brought it today.
It's a perfect jacket for taking a look at the airplanes today. Talking about how neat it is that they have these World War II airplanes here all in a row. So you can walk from one to the other and look at some of the aviation history of World War II. Is another World War II, and I think this is called a Corsair, if I remember correctly. Yeah, Corsair. So it's the F4U-5. So, we're going to do a trip to Fredericksburg, Texas, and there they have the Pacific War Museum, and they also have one of these Corsairs there you can go take a look at. So this was a Navy plane. So it was launched from aircraft carriers often, and it saw a lot of service during World War II. And it's really cool. Look how they can fold up the wings so they could store it. So here's an Avenger. This was a torpedo bomber. And this was called the TBM-3E Avenger. And what's special about this style of airplane, it served in World War II as well, but one of our previous presidents, George H.W. Bush, actually flew an Avenger during World War II. And it's quite large. I mean, it is huge. So there's even a door. Looks like you can hold passengers in here on this side. I guess you load into it that way. So maybe you can hold, you'd hold a torpedo under there. There's a rear gunner. And if I step back and you can see Ray for scale, it's quite an impressive airplane. And one of our former presidents flew one of these during World War II, which is really neat. In fact, actually up on the door up there, it actually says Lieutenant George H.W. Bush, and this one's a replica called the Barbara III. Wow, this reminds me of one of the Wright brothers type of planes. It's a Curtiss A1 Triad, and this was a 1911 style airplane. So in 1911, this is what the airplanes would have looked like. You have a little engine on the back, big wings, a little steering wheel. Interesting. I wonder what it was like to be in commercial flights in these earlier planes. It'd be really neat to be able to go in and take a tour and see what the seats look like and what the cockpit looked like of one of these old Continental airlines. And so this one's from 1936 to 1945 is when they're flying these types of commercial airplanes. Ray is super excited. What did you find, Ray?
NASA Rover.
Yeah.
Okay, so we were wondering if people sleep in there, and here is our answer. It's designed to house 2 astronauts for up to 2 weeks in a shirt-sleeve environment. The SUV has seats that fold back into beds, a small bathroom with a privacy curtain, and a shower that produces water mist for sponge baths.
That's wild.
So it's like a whole house in that.
Can we see where the beds are here, Ray? Can you see where the beds are?
I think those are the beds right there.
Yeah, maybe there. Should we go?
That looks like a bed.
And look at the views you'd have. That's wild, Ray. Would you want to live in there for 2 weeks?
Maybe. It kind of creeps me out and gives me vibes that would be on Doctor Who.
Oh yeah, good Doctor.
I don't know why.
So Ray was saying that this gives her vibes as the centaur gives her vibes as something from Doctor Who, maybe the Cybermen.
Oh, or like a weird Dalek type thing, because it has like wheels on the bottom and weird camera eye thing.
Yeah, look at its eye. It's got like a gold helmet and then cameras and a little facing. Oh.
Yeah, that'd totally be something that would be on Doctor Who.
From this hangar, you can go to a couple different directions. You go to Texas Aviation History, Hall of Fame, and the Flight Academy. So we're going to go explore a little bit. Let's see what this Flight Academy is all about. And we come around, and they have experiments and hands-on things for kids to learn about different concepts, including the Bernoulli principle. I love the idea of the Bernoulli principle and Newton's first law of inertia. So here is a hands-on science exhibit. Yeah, it's almost like a science museum or a kids museum. And turn the air up and we can float a ball. Whoa, it's magic, Ray. Ray's using her magic. Watch out, Wanda.
I'm using the force.
So this is talking about lift and velocity. Oh yeah. Okay, push the button, Ray. What is going to happen? Oh. Whoa, oh my good. Oh, whoa, look at that. That's cool. It says how to use push button 1 to fuel the rocket, push button 2 to launch the rocket. Okay, so where's button 1? Okay, fuel the rocket, Ray. Button number 1, fuel. Okay, it's fueled. Launch it, Ray. Oh my goodness, that made me jump. You can pretend like you're a pilot in an airplane. That's kind of a cool picture, I guess. You can do some cool, maybe Instagram pictures there. And then actually you can sit in here and fly just like you're a hang glider pilot. Do you want to try? You want to watch me try that?
Yeah.
Think I'll crash? Go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Yeah.
Now we go forward. Go forward. Come close. Watch out, penguin! Oh no, I crashed into the penguin. I made it. I'm alive.
That's the replay.
Oh, I don't want to watch the replay. That's gonna be embarrassing. But I'm a penguin too. Look, I'm a penguin. That's awesome. Oh look, there I go. I did it.
Good. Yeah, that's good.
Thank you. It's starting. Here comes Ray, Amelia Earhart. Fly, Ray, fly. Oh, Ray's flying on the outside of the plane. She's walking on the wings. She's a stunt person. She's one of those aerial stunt people. We're flying. Here's their 9/11 memorial called Never Forget. And it has the names of all 2,977 people that were killed on 9/11. And it has a piece of the World Trade Center I-beam, which we can see located here. And there's Ray for scale of that beam from the World Trade Center and this Never Forget memorial. We're going to show you the entire room here for the 9/11 Never Forget commemorating the 20th anniversary room here at the Lone Star Flight Museum, and we're going to have a moment of silence at the same time as we're rotating around so you can see all 2,977 names. Allowed to touch this piece of the I-beam from the World Trade Center, which is pretty neat. So you can touch it. Yeah. It's pretty moving. Do have a gift store here for all your aeronautic needs. Look, they have a Rosie the Riveter stuff over here, and stuff from, and some old World War II inspired bags to old World War II or older reusable bags. So there's a lot in here you can take a look at and do some shopping for anybody who's really into airplanes or anything as far as aeronautics go.
So I thought it was super cool going there and seeing everything, and it was also super fun.
What was your favorite exhibit? What was your favorite thing to see?
I liked the Rover. The Rover was definitely.
The one that you said looked like something off of or the thing that had in front looked like something off of Doctor Who. That was funny.
Yeah, the Centaur and then I think it was the shuttle.
Centaur and then the Rover. Yeah, that was pretty cool. I enjoyed seeing the World War II planes also. I thought that was pretty cool. And the fact that some of them actually work and you can fly in them, maybe we'll have to figure out how to do that someday. So I think that'd be a cool activity. The 9/11 exhibit was very moving and going to that. That was really neat that they had the I-beam as well. So thank you all for joining us.
Yep, so make sure to subscribe to our channel and like this video. And once you subscribe, press the bell for notifications so I know when we upload a new video. Most of all, enjoy.